Mr. Tan, we are going to we are going live now. We are going live now, Mr. Tan.
Yeah, I'm ready. I should have ready. Let's go.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to everyone. Thank you for joining us for our today's webinar. Dan saya berharap semoga semua para peserta dan juga guest speaker kita pada hari ini yang bersama-sama dengan kita dapat sihat-sihat hendaknya dan dapat mengikuti webinar kita pada pagi ini sehingga ke akhirnya. Jadi sebelum kita pergi lebih lanjut dengan webinar yang akan kita anjurkan pada pagi ini, penganjuran webinar ini adalah dianjurkan oleh unit promosi iCompEx, di mana ia adalah sejajar dengan penganjuran iCompEx oleh pihak POLIMAS yang akan berlangsung 4 hingga 6 Julai nanti. Jadi kepada mereka yang berada bersama dengan kita di platform-platform yang telah pun disediakan seperti YouTube dan juga FB, mohon untuk war-warkan link webinar ini untuk bersama-sama dengan yang lain untuk dapat berkongsi sedikit sebanyak ilmu yang akan diperolehi oleh panel ataupun speaker kita pada pagi ini. Okay, jadi tajuk webinar yang akan kita jalankan pada hari ini adalah bertajuk Make People Innovative with My TRIZ. Jadi saya rasa mungkin ada di antara kita yang masih kurang familiar ataupun tidak dapat menggali tentang matriks ini dengan lebih lanjut. Jadi kita akan terus kepada sesi yang akan diperkenalkan oleh speaker kita nanti. Okey, izinkan saya untuk memperkenalkan diri. Saya Izin Wahida binti Zainuddin dari POLIMAS ini. Tajuk kita pada pagi ini adalah berkenaan dengan Theory of Inventive Problem Solving ataupun dikenali sebagai TRIZ, di mana TRIZ ini di Malaysia telah pun bertapak di Malaysia dan dikenali sebagai Malaysia TRIZ Innovation Association ataupun well known as MyTRIZ. Bersama-sama dengan kita pada pagi ini adalah kita punya speaker, iaitu Mr. Tan Eng Ho, founder and also president of Malaysia TRIZ. Jadi Mr. Tan, hi. How are you, Mr. Tan?
Selamat pagi, Zian. Terima kasih. So can you see me well?
Yes, yes.
All right, very good.
Okay.
You
We
let
are
me
so
know.
pleased to have you. We are very pleased to have you for our session today.
Very happy to be here, and I am very representing Malaysia TRIZ. It is a big opportunity for us to help iCompEx and as well as all the key organizer. And all of you have put in so much work. And Puan Rosana have contacted me dari bulan 3. Sudah awal-awal buat booking. And I believe the July session will be very, very exciting.
Okay.
Alright.
You also sabar untuk nanti.
Okay.
Sebut. Okay, jadi untuk kita teruskan dengan sesi yang pertama, we are so pleased bila anda kata Mr. Tan dapat berkongsi dengan kita tentang background, tentang sejarah, expertise and also what is matrix itu sendiri.
Okay. Fundamentally, the base concept of this association, Malaysia TRIZ Innovation Association, dia satu NGO, and this NGO we exist to promote, teach, and guide the application of this TRIZ methodology. So, in our nation's effort, as well as everyone's effort lah, semua nak buat inovasi, selalunya kebanyakan orang overlook the support of tools in terms of technique inovasi. So this TRIZ dari our experience of industry, dah 35 tahun, lebih kurang 40 tahun di industry, in particularly semiconductor, we find that this tool, this methodology, very applicable. And then what happened is that a few of the Malaysian were lucky. Semasa 2005, tahun 2005, dia ada opportunity diajar oleh TRIZ Master dari Rusia. So, selepas dia diajar dengan teknik TRIZ ini, dia dipakai di dalam industri, dalam bahagian manufacturing, product design, process improvement, everywhere lah. And then it have become very successful.
Oh, okay.
But tetapi dia dipakai dalam satu organisasi sahaja di Malaysia. So what happened was that selepas myself and another partner, Dr. Yo, we retired from industry. And we have a little bit of passion to help our nation. So what we are trying to do is we rewrote all the content of the methodology and localized it untuk diadaptasi dalam kita punya local setting lah. And selepas itu kita buat this subject affordable for our Malaysian to learn. Because dulu nak belajar topik ini very, very expensive. So what we're trying to do now is two things. Kita localize the content, buat one institution that control the quality through certification, and that is Malaysia TRIZ. And then the Malaysia TRIZ also, our other aim is to train trainers. So our objective is to make sure as many people learn this subject and boleh create knowledge and create product lah. Itu our dream lah. And kita kena make the knowledge affordable to as many people as possible. Kalau boleh free. This is what we are trying to do. And our target is to train lecturer di university dengan POLITEKNIK, dengan cikgu-cikgu di sekolah, kita masukkan dalam curriculum. And this is our dream lah. And then we hope that when ramai dah belajar this technique, bersama-sama kita boleh jadi lebih inovatif. That's our aim. So that's in a nutshell what this program is, or this association is trying to do.
Oh, okay. I'm very excited to hear that. Sebab macam yang Mr. Tan cakap tadi, ramai di antara kita sebenarnya not very creative untuk generate idea yang baik lah kan, contoh untuk hasilkan produk yang bagus ke, even untuk menghasilkan idea pun sometimes macam hard. Dia macam agak terbatas, ataupun kita cakap I'm not creative, so I don't want to do this and to do this kan. Jadi this is really a very good platform MyTRIZ ini untuk membantu mereka di luar sana yang sebenarnya mempunyai idea, sebenarnya mempunyai creativity, tetapi perlu disalurkan ke saluran yang betul. I'm right. Okay, jadi for our next session, kita akan terus untuk mendengar perkongsian daripada Mr. Tan tentang how to make people more innovative with MyTRIZ ini. Okay.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Izian, for the opportunity. And I'm very happy through the contact of the organizer, iCompEx, and through Puan Rosanna. She have gave me a context of what is needed today. So what I have prepared is a very simple content. So I walk you the team through. Okay. Sekejap. Izian, can you allow control for me? Because right now I cannot share the slide. All right. So the host cannot release to me as a co-host. You cannot make me a co-host.
Okay. Co-host. Okay. Give me a minute, Mr. Tan.
Okay. Still cannot. Somehow I am not able to share my slide. Hang on.
Right.
You cannot set me as a, bukan you as a co-host, I as a co-host. Ask your technical team, whoever that is controlling this, or switch the hosting to me, and then I can control it. Dah.
Okay dah.
Okay, still cannot.
Still cannot?
Never mind. You may have my slides. I think Puan Rosanna have my slides, so maybe you can project at your end. Tak load.
Okay.
You never load that.
Okay, give me 1 minute Okay, Mr.
No
Tan,
problem.
kejap.
Take your time.
Okay.
Right. So meanwhile, I will give the audience, if anyone has any questions this morning, silakan, while we work out the technicality of just showing the slides. So basically, the sharing this morning, I buat targeted into people, because we believe that people are very important in the innovation. And what we need to do is lalunya kita buat organization that is innovative. All right, now let me try again. Tak boleh lagi ya. You know, it's like somebody needs to, the control person needs to, sekejap, don't worry. I'm still not able to share.
Okay, done. Can you?
Okay, done. Very good. Very good. I dah. Okay. All right. Boleh dah. Sudah jadi. So, terima kasih. We are all good. Let me switch off some feature so that the slide's a little bit clearer. Okay, now I am okay. Can you see the slide, Asian?
Yes,
Boleh
yes.
nampak? All right, very
Nampak. Clear.
all right, very good. Okay. Sorry for the little bit of the delay, and I hope that will not kill some of your interests. But what I prepared this morning, thanks to iCompEx and all the wonderful organizer, they have prepared so much work. The concept of making people innovative and why we need that. You know, it's like the content of this sharing. I will cover 3 topics. One, culture of innovation. What every organization sekarang tengah pursue, dari HR to senior management and to engineering managers, semua nak buat culture of innovation. The question is how. And then I'll share a little bit about the discovery of TRIZ. I try to make it simple, buat sharing yang simple, and then how we encourage you to use the right tools to work. That's basically the topic that I will cover. So we always start with a big philosophy saying, right? It's important to create a culture of innovation. Dulu kita ada culture of quality, kita ada culture of productivity. All of those is important, right? Don't say that kita push for culture innovation, kita tak buat quality focus, tak buat productivity focus. Don't do that. All right. So now we are adding, bukan minus tau. Dalam macam matematik. Semasa kita buat matematik, kita kena tambah, bukan tolak, right? So when kita buat culture of innovation, jangan lupa, we also have to do culture of quality, productivity, costs, and so forth, right? So it's becoming more and more complex, right? So the most important thing about innovation, it is rewarding, but at the same time, it is risky. So it is different dengan semasa kita buat culture for quality ataupun productivity. Because the risk factor kat sana kurang sikit. Tapi semasa buat inovasi, this push is dangerous in a way, because when you try to get the reward, sometimes you take too much risk. So how to create a situation where you want to get the reward, the value, tetapi minimize the risk, kurangkan the risk factor. And selalunya bila you pergi ke industri, and when you take a look at how people do culture of innovation, so I invite you to buat satu lawatan, lawatan to, let's say, dari Citra pergi ke Sungai Petani ataupun maybe Kulim ataupun Penang. So pergi melawat all the so-called location, and ask the company to share with you how they create a culture of innovation. And I can tell you, these three things will always come up. Alright, you pergi any company dari yang besar MNC ataupun
Mhm.
yang SME ataupun kadang-kadang you pergi to university ataupun NGO, these three things will come up. Selalunya dia akan buat improvement kepada infrastrukturnya. So dia akan cantikkan infrastrukturnya, buat interior deco macam hotel 5 bintang, 5-star hotel. And second, you will see that they will add a lot of fun stuff like table tennis and whatever lah, billiard and all that, macam-macam lah, carom. And also you will never miss having the bean bags because somehow the people who are in the creative side, they seems to believe that this small, less structure, infrastructure will encourage creativity or invention. And the second effort yang you akan gather is a flexible work hour. So they try to allow flexibility and also dia kata flexible dress code. You will see people who are in the world of innovation like us, round neck t-shirt selalu, kurang pakai tie. Because dia believe kalau pakai tie, oksigen tak naik ke kepala.
Oh,
So bila oksigen tak naik kat kepala, dia tak boleh kreatif lah. So this
okay.
is the belief lah. You will see all of them like that.
See.
And kadang-kadang dia allow truly flexible work technique. Sekarang budak-budak, they can have gold hair, yellow hair and all that. These are all allowed. So this is what is happening. And the third thing that you will always experience is the effort of sharing macam hackathon, idea generation session ataupun platform buat competition, like where we are right now.
Yes.
All right. So now we will push that platform, right? Because that platform kita akan menonjolkan idea-idea and akan hopefully create the interest and culture of innovation, right? So that's iCompEx. But along the way, kita kena jaga our people, right? Not just infrastructure, not just the people flexibility ataupun platform. Most important thing, bila you dah buat all these three things, we are hoping that kita punya people, inventiveness, innovativeness dengan creativity je akan meningkat. Tapi we don't know how to measure. At this moment, we still struggle. How to measure? Right, kita dah buat semua ni, macam mana nak measure? There's a big gap right now. Because people are saying, okay, we're putting in all this input. Are we getting the output? And the industries are also trying to measure this effort. Nah? And then you can always ask this question. And then you tak payah buat benchmark. You pergi kat Google ataupun internet and you use the browser. You do a desktop benchmarking. So you say, what are the roadblocks that stop organization from innovation? You will have this common 7 thing coming out.
Yeah.
Leader, impatient, tak cukup culture, fear of changes, lack of ownership, no end-to-end process, inadequate benchmarking, comparison, and tak ada ecosystem. You'll see this 7 thing. Buat desktop, you will see this 7 thing. Ada banyak lagi lah, tapi this 7 thing is good enough to keep you very busy. So now the question is how to fix that. You
Mhm.
takkan nak tukar leader, tak boleh. It's like you cannot do that. They are impatient for a reason because they are impatient. It is to try to push us to do something more and beyond what we can do. And this is the so-called motivation lah. And we can say lack of innovation, tetapi kita dah buat all the three things that I've shown you earlier. Kita dah tukar infrastructure, kita dah buat policy HR yang flexible, and kita dah organize all the so-called encouraging platform dengan reward system. And
Mhm.
then, tetapi human always fear changes.
Mhm.
Because kalau dia punya risk lebih daripada reward, dia nanti won't go there unless the reward is bigger than risk.
Mm.
Unfortunately, innovation is harder to push compared to quality or productivity. Because during quality and productivity, the risk factor is low. Because everything is to gain. But in innovation, it is difficult because the risk factor is big. And then kebanyakan of our worker, the ownership of the company lack. Jika kita tak dapat saham company, bos tak bagi saham. Kalau kita, bos bagi saham, okay, mungkin I ada little bit of a ownership mindset. Tapi all our reward system not ready. And selalu kita akan buat, find excuses of process and all that lah. But that's not the point. The point is, look at this quotation by Mr. Gordon. So very simple statement. No organization ever create an innovation. It is the people that innovate, not the company. So your focus should not go after the company. Tetapi focus for innovation must go after the people. Then if you change the mindset of what stop people from innovation? Tadi the list tadi was what stop organization from innovation. Tapi kita kena fokus kita punya effort. So bila kita focus your people, the soalannya kita kena tukar to challenges stopping innovation in your people. What stop your people from innovating? Bukan organization. And then when you look at the two lists, the list on the left is what we spoke about earlier. But when you focus about people, it changes slightly. Only two area ada overlap saja. Fear of failure, which is fear of changes, and lack of ownership. Yang another five area berbeza. So what we want to encourage you to do is focus on your people. And when you focus on your people, these are the action that you need to take to help them so that dia akan menjadi lebih innovative and are more open to take risks because kita sebagai orang di Asia kita kurang ambil risk because it's sometimes viewed as not appropriate because kita ada sistem organisasi. And for innovation to happen, there must be some level of a bottoms up. Idea dari orang bawahan, kita kena let them bubble up. Tetapi what we're seeing right now is that not just in Malaysia, tapi everywhere else, the tops down is overpowering. Right? So now, this is the imbalance right now. So kita nak the culture of innovation, tetapi kita overpowering tops down. Idea yang suggested from people dari working level sometimes not provided as an idea. So this is a challenge lah. You know how to fix that, right? So how to overcome the barrier of innovation at people level, not organization, not ecosystem. I'm talking the people because if you can make your people innovative and the management allow a bottoms up approach, I think that we have a chance. Kalau we don't focus on the people, and what we need to focus on the top management is ask them to allow bottoms up voices to come up. Right now, kurang. So then what do we do? So kita dah buat all the 80% of the effort. Yang tadi I suggest the infrastructure build up, the increase in work flexibility policies, ataupun kita buat platform idea generation ataupun exhibition or competition. Right, that tree is giving us about 20% of the improvement right now. So a lot of the company dah cuba all that steps. So we have been observing company yang suddenly menjadi mahir dalam innovation. And semasa kita orang kerja kat semiconductor industry, we saw one company that create the miracle.
Mhm.
And that miracle
Mhm.
that they achieve is a company called Samsung.
Oh, okay.
Di,
Samsung.
di dalam tahun 2000,
Mhm.
dia put in all the effort of infrastructure, work policy, the platform, but tapi dia tambah satu secret dia,
Mhm.
useful tool that will help them problem solving dengan innovation. And when we saw the company dari ranking nombor 12,
Mhm.
sekarang selepas 20 tahun, 2000 lah, tahun 2000 sampai tahun 2005,
Mhm.
after 20 years, Samsung dah jadi top 3 in the semiconductor industry.
Mhm.
Dulu kita tak ada produk Samsung. Sekarang some people have Samsung phone, Samsung TV, Samsung aircon and all that. Dulu tak ada. If you go back 2000, tak ada. And
Mhm.
when this company, dia improve sungguh cepat. And competitor macam other semiconductor industry will start to say, eh, apa dia makan ubat dia sudah jadi so fantastic. And
Yeah.
this was the learning for us. And what we found fundamentally, when
Mhm.
kita focus to kita punya people, and if I ask a person to run,
Mhm.
and if I ask this person to run, and dia compete dengan bicycle, siapa akan menang? Confirm the one with the bicycle will menang lah, because dia ada tool.
Mhm.
Right? So now, kalau kita ada dua runner, satu pakai bicycle, satu tak pakai bicycle, the one with the better tool will win.
Mhm.
And that was what they do. Same thing. If I ask you to swim, and if somebody has a canoe or a kayak, and the one with the canoe and the kayak, definitely menang lah. Because dia ada peralatan.
Mhm.
Right? And then, kalau kita tengok, I can use a woodpecker to drill a hole, right? Or pakai drill yang kita ada sekarang lah. Kita kena cari peralatan yang betul untuk membuat inovasi. So,
Mhm.
and because of our country's nature, kita originated dari bahagian manufacturing. And the manufacturing tool for quality, manufacturing tool for productivity, semua kita dah ada. Kita ada TQM, kita ada TPM, kita ada Lean, kita ada Six Sigma, and all this methodology is for manufacturing quality, productivity. But
Mhm.
kebanyakan company, dia buat mistake because they try to take that tool into innovation. No,
Mhm.
because for innovation, we want to tell you there is a better tool, and the tool is TRIZ. You know, if you try to take Six Sigma, if you try to take lean concept and nak buat innovation, you can only reach so far tapi kurang effective. So kalau you nak cari tool, you pergilah merata tu cari kan. Macam cerita lama-lama kan, you know, awang duduk kat kampung, dia nak jadi kuat dan pandai, dia pergi menuntut ilmu dari, pergi kat, you know, menuntut ilmu dari guru-guru lah, dari lausa yang dia cari kan. And di mana nak cari lausa tu, nak guru tu, right? So you go to library kan. Kita nanti pergi kat library, kita tanya, oh, what is the good tool for innovation?
Mhm.
And then sometimes kita pergi cari kat nature. We ask nature, hey, you are the best teacher. Teach me what it is. And now mankind, tak cukup. Library tak cukup, nature tak cukup. Nak pergi space. Right? We go to space to try to find the answer how to buat something that is so advanced that we can learn from them. But that is far-fetched, a little bit far-fetched. And today we do have internet. Internet will help us. And modern times, we do have ChatGPT. This is the artificial intelligence methodology. But right there, human has compiled what we call a intellectual property or patent database. So
Mm.
this patent database is a gold mine for us. So it is a gold mine. And don't wait until when we kita dah mati, you try to call me. No, it's like that'll be too late. But we try, right? We try, like we try to connect between physical world and spiritual world, but that one very hard. Don't do that. And
Mm.
what we are recommending is let's data mine the patent database because that will give us the idea of success. And how is this sama dengan resepi memasak, right?
Mm.
Kalau Puan Azian is a very good cook, you buat satu curry chicken yang sungguh enak. So
Mm.
I this morning will ask you very simple question. Puan Azian, ajalah I juga nak buat your same curry chicken. So you as a very nice person, what you will do, you will take a piece of paper and a pen. Then you write down your recipe, your
Mm.
steps of cooking, and
Steps.
then you
Yes.
give it to me. And you say, okay, this is the list. Then I take. And say, balik buat ni. So
Mm.
I repeat that process. So
Mm.
same thing. TRIZ is the same thing, except that we cannot go to the inventor to ask them to give us your steps of invention. We can only extract them from the patent database. Bila inventor buat satu idea yang bagus, dia nak protect idea itu dari other people, so they file a patent.
Mm.
And when somebody file a patent, what happened is that you the document you punya step of how to solve the problem, why this is unique, and why is it so special, and all that. So there is a group of people 70 years ago. Dia reverse engineer their data mine in today's world. Kita data mine, kita reverse engineer dia punya thinking steps. Kita ambil recipe problem solving dia. And bila dia dapat recipe tu, dia becomes a group of tools. The steps of this thinking become the recipe of innovation. And this is what TRIZ is all about. So TRIZ, you will find that it stands for Theory of Inventive Problem Solving. And for the world of innovation in the industry, we don't start with idea. Kita start with problem solving. Because you kena ada problem, baru ada customer. You boleh dapat idea, tapi idea yang bagus tak ada customer. Right? It's better go start with problem. Because for the problem that the customers are experiencing,
Mm.
is usually will give you a better market.
Mm.
And then dari masalah yang kita ada, what the Russian have discovered is that there is one kind of problem which is called inventive problem. And this inventive problem, a problem that has contradiction, percanggahan. Dalam bahasa Malaysia, we say the word percanggahan. I want to do A, but
Mm.
then something improve, but something is bad. Right? It's a conflict. I'll show you what that means in a while. Right? So
Mm.
I will show you what is a problem that has a conflict. And if you go to Indonesia, they don't understand the word percanggahan. They use the word kontradiksi. It's very interesting. And dia kata, masalah yang ada kontradiksi. And you go like,
Mm.
okay, I will show you in a while what
Mm.
contradiction means. But
Mm.
these slides, what we are trying to tell you is that the TRIZ people, the Russian, 70 tahun dulu, dia dah masuk ke dalam patent database and dia
Mm.
dah determine all the thinking steps of successful problem solvers. And they are
Mm.
using their steps to
Mhm.
teach other people to become innovative.
Mm.
That's what we are trying to do now, right? It's like we are trying to teach the teacher, and then the teacher will now teach the children. because kebanyakan of our innovation and problem solving kurang bagi cara how. The how part is missing. Alright, so
Okay.
now kita kind of like let you do on your own. So you pakai your trial and error approach, then you cuba nasib you lah. You know, it's like no, 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 cannot. We have to improve your efficiency by giving you the tool. And let
Yes.
me walk you through more detail what this trace is about, because during the finding, dia terjumpa lah. I mean, I use the word terjumpa. In English, they say they discover. I just say it's like the word terjumpa means they accidentally found three key concepts. One, percanggahan yang kita experience everywhere can be solved by 40 inventive principle. 90% of our problem can be solved with this knowledge of the inventive principle.
Yeah.
You go like, huh? Why don't I study this? Right? And then discovery number two, innovation, and you want to predict which one become more successful, dia akan ikut satu trend. And on my Malay language of trend also, I cannot find the right word because trend. You know,
Trend.
what is that? You know, uh,
Trend
not
is
the right. Right. Never mind. And the last one
okay.
is kita kena understand the scientific foundation of how a problem is solved, because that foundation of a scientific knowledge can be used in different industry. So I walk you through these three TRIZ discovery. I try to make it simple so that you have a good understanding of this TRIZ, or theory of inventive problem solving. And the first discovery is invention, or inventing is the resolution of technical contradiction. So throw away the word technical, because dulu when they discovered it, they thought TRIZ was only used for technical people. Sekarang no. The fastest growing TRIZ community is the non-technical people, the service industry. So you can say and change this code to invention is the resolution of contradiction. What is a contradiction? Let me show you a contradiction so that you get a feel of it. We like to grow tree. Now, this is a very, very hot time. So whether I tak tahu about Jitra, but in Subang ataupun Penang, banyak panas. The temperature is
Sama
rising.
panas juga
And,
time ni.
right, and I am hoping we have more trees.
Okay.
But some people don't like trees, because they say ada tree more work. I kena sapu daun. I cannot maintain the tree, right? Because I need tree to provide shade, provide oxygen. But there is a group of people who dislike tree, because I don't blame them, because there's a lot of work to go with trees, because you have to cut, you have to maintain, you have to water and all that. They say no, not worth it. So now how to solve this contradiction where I want a product or solution that generate oxygen, and I also want a product that do not need me to sweep the leaf. And that is that solution that we are looking at that will now solve this contradiction. So here, the world is now recommending a liquid tree. So dia pakai algae, right? Dia masukkan algae dalam this aquarium tank, and it is still giving us oxygen. Tapi this algae, you don't need to sweep the tree, the branches. Okay, I think that is one way of solving it. So here, the solution to this, we call it inventive principle number 35. It's all about parameter changes. So dia ada 40 solution. And when you belajar the 40 solution, one of those solutions will help you solve a contradiction. And let me show you another contradiction. So take for example, I'm from Penang, right? So from Penang, we always want to attract more foreign investment. So kita attract, you know, there's this push right now to have a stable government, and then from a stable government, we will hopefully lah, we attract more investment. So from there, it is something good because more investment, more jobs.
Hmm.
But it also come with something bad. What is that? More job, more traffic, lah. And no good, right? I mean, some people happy, some people not happy.
Hmm.
How to solve this? Huh.
Hmm.
I know there is this infrastructure build up and all that, but yes, we have to consider a solution that can help. And coming from a Penang scenario, knowing of this new solution that is created by China, a floating road. What if I buat satu floating roads around the island? Why not? You know,
Okay.
totally different dari double decker ataupun
Hmm.
LRT, right? Those are new ideas, and the
Hmm.
inventive principle there is another dimension. Kita gunakan solution of another dimension to
Hmm.
solve the contradiction that kita ada.
Hmm.
Let me show you another contradiction that we always experience in our country.
Hmm.
So there is a call for us to speak mono language because we want to uphold our national culture and race. But there is also a need for us to speak many languages because we need to do business globally. How
Hmm.
to solve that headache, right? Because it's like, we, I mean, we have been struggling now for 60 something years, still cannot find the answer to this contradiction.
Hmm.
Actually, the answer is so simple. Senang
Okay.
sahaja.
Tenang saja.
Uh, you merged the learning of the language. So kita jangan adakan timetable for bahasa, English, Mandarin, Thai, or whatever. Merge
Hmm.
the learning of the language as one. And it is a secret of learning multiple language of the polyglots, right? You know, it's like parallel language learning. And
Hmm.
it has been tested and it has been proven doable. And the TRIZ people have been sponsoring this project for the last 8 years. Boleh. We're teaching the kids now 5, 6 languages in parallel. So it
Hmm.
can be done. So some modern time calls for modern solution. Don't fight anymore. We go to the new method. Let me
Hmm.
show you another latest percanggahan. Ah,
Okay.
AI, ChatGPT. Nak bagi student ke tak nak bagi student? Right? I mean, that is all the teachers' fun, right? Do you give it to them or you don't give it to them? And
Hmm.
our side is give it to them. Give it to the
Oh.
kids, but ask the
Hmm.
kid to check whether those information are accurate or not. Because the chat GPT also needs to verify whether the information is good or not good. Let's
Hmm.
contribute to the development of AI lah, is what we are calling. Right? You know, these are mindsets that we have to change. I know a little bit difficult because we have what we call psychological inertia.
Hmm.
Okay, now
So,
let me
so,
show you the
so,
discovery number two. Any question? If anyone
so
has
this,
any question, I'm here to take them. If you have
so
from the
Mr. Tan,
audience, yes,
so Mr. Tan, for the matrix tu, kita akan didedahkan dengan 40 principles tadi tu lah. Kemudian kita
yes.
cuba untuk
Di
develop
level
people to
satu,
think.
yeah.
Hmm?
Di pengajaran level satu, you will learn the 14 inventive principle.
Hmm.
So this is where we encourage everyone to learn because yang kurang mahir boleh jadi pandai lah. Right? And all
Hmm.
these are dari recipe inventor. Why do you want to keep it a secret?
Yes.
Dulu okay lah, because dulu knowledge is power.
Hmm.
I don't want you to know because this is the mindset of MNC.
Oh.
Tetapi dengan social media, kita kena tukar kita punya mindset dari knowledge is power to knowledge sharing is power.
Hmm.
So what we are trying to do now is we want to teach you. And I want the lecturer to be a trainer of the subject. Because with ChatGPT, people
Hmm.
have to know what is right, what is wrong, and we need to know what are the tools to help them solve problem where machine cannot do.
Hmm.
Okay, let me show you discovery number two, right? I'm against time, right?
Okay.
But it's okay. If anyone has any question, I'm happy to share them. The development of technical systems or technological system follow a predictable patterns. So when you develop innovation, you kena tahu yang mana satu boleh jadi successful. Because kalau tak ada, you take too much risk. So the concept of this trend is based on the formula. Value of the system is the total value of the function that the system provides divided by the total cost and the total harm of the system. Right? So kalau kita nak increase the value of your product, kita kena add function. Kita akan tambah feature produk dia. And if you look at this example of a photocopier, the first photocopy in 1949. And the photocopy yang dah advance lebih kurang 70 tahun, photocopy machine sekarang boleh buat multi-function.
Yes.
Berbagai function.
Okay.
So that is to increase, that is to increase the top line here. And this is called trend of increasing ideality. So tadi I shared with you there are 40 inventive principles. The discovery of TRIZ are the 9 trends. And using this trend, we can predict what's next. So you tak payah susah-susah, you guess. No need. So we will teach you the trend. And this trend is improving cost in a way. So it's like pencil. So we call it the trend of increasing degree of trimming. So dari simple thing, it become complex and then it's becoming less and less, right? This is one trend that we're seeing. Now the metal pencil tak payah sharpen. You can write forever. This is the new pencil that is coming in. Right? Even pencil lama dengan graphite pun dah tak ada. Mechanical pencil also now, will go to dormant. And the next one is the metal-based pencil. So it's like, is it a pencil or is it a pen? Because, you can write like a pen. So it's a very interesting development here. And next is a trend of increasing dynamicity. A product akan menjadi lebih flexible. It's movable. So tengok macam handphone kita. Mobile phone kita sekarang is one. And product Samsung boleh fold. Dia boleh fold the display. Right? I'm sure you have seen that. Right? And the next thing is multiple joint. Dia nanti besarkan dia punya fold. 3, 4 panel. Dia punya screen akan jadi lebih besar. And one day it will be wearable around our wrist. So that is the trend of increasing dynamicity. Bila you take a look at the trend, you will know that after this one, where is Samsung going? Likely here. After here, it will go to here. So that is the motivation of innovation for them, using the trend of increasing dynamicity. So kalau kita buat competition kan, let's say I have a iCompEx, and if TRIZ is involved, we will make sure we ask the budak-budak to buat after end of their solution, what is your trend, right? What is your new idea? What is the current idea? And what is the idea before that? Then you can see dia punya trend. And kalau the trend is in the right pattern of trimming ataupun ideality ataupun dynamicity, high chance of that product will become successful in the marketplace. This is how we predict and this is how we invest. All right, so this is, I hope, something new for the community, that we want to lower the risk of our innovation. So when we want to lower the risk, we have to have the technique. And when we say the tool, these are all the technique. So as an innovator, and if you tell me that you do not know TRIZ, I would ask you to quickly go sign up the class and understand it. If not, then I think you will be handicapped, right? Because you will be handicapped because you're going to the new world with old tools or no tools, right? So don't do that. So then, last discovery. Last discovery, someone somewhere has solved a problem like this.
Mm-hmm.
And creativity-nya copy. You know, creativity is now finding that solution and adapting it to the particular problem that we have. Actually, shorten it, the world have 7 billion people. Somebody out there is smarter than us.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever we have a problem, go find that answer, copy from him. You know, this is what we do. But I know people don't like that. So let's say if you take a very fundamental product, and all of us at one time have drink Coca-Cola. So Coca-Cola came from a type of leaf, a coca leaf, and coca leaf comes from South America,
Mm-hmm.
and it is a combination of cola nuts, and this cola nut is from Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And bila dia buat extraction dia, dia jadi medicine for headache.
So,
Actually, some people say it's cough syrup. No, it's actually headache. And then ambil dia medicine, keluarkan dia punya caffeine or
mm-hmm.
cocaine. I forgot which one. And we
Okay.
make a soda drink yang kita minum, like Coca-Cola.
Okay.
And the acidic feature of this Coca-Cola, which is a scientific effect, can also
Mm-hmm.
be used to wash toilet actually. So it's a very good cleaning ingredient. And it's actually cheaper than the detergent yang kita beli kat company, at supermarket. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, what is the scientific effect? If you know the scientific effect of this, you can use it as soda drink or you can use it as a cleaning agent. And the
Mm-hmm.
foundation of it is the scientific effect. Let me show you
Mm-hmm.
one, right? Let me show you one more. Uh, Dulu, when people take boats, when they go for kapal layar,
Mm-hmm.
tu selalu dia bawa roti. And
Mm-hmm.
roti yang tak ada bahan preservative, pengawet. It will become moldy in just 4 days. Cendawan akan grow on your roti dalam 4 hari. So then when that happen, what happen is that you kena buang lah, roti tak boleh makan because sudah jadi racun. And what
Okay.
you need to do now is you remove the water. When the roti you remove the water, ia jadi biskut. And biscuit can last longer because there is no water. Because the mold grow based on the water.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then this technique is used where removal of water. Right. So let me show you the scientific effect. And this scientific effect not difficult. This is plus. When A plus B, you get a product. Right. And this one is A minus B, you get another product. So
Nice.
concept there, if you think innovation is complex, no, it's just a matter of plus, minus, multiply, or divide. Right? I mean, we'll show you. It's as simple as that. And
Mm-hmm.
if you understand the formula. And using this, the concept of taking out water, kita buat ikan masin. Right? I mean, there's a process of making ikan masin. And
Mm-hmm.
two, the same concept is used by Nishin, the Japanese guy, when they buat instant noodle, because it removes water. And using
Mm-hmm.
this concept, we can apply it everywhere. Kita boleh buat jam, kita boleh buat so many things, the fruits that a lot of us like to eat when the manga and all that. These are all concepts of removing water. And the
Mm-hmm.
technique of removing water, you will pakai heat ataupun sugar ataupun salt. That one, we will come to our class, we will show you the technique of how to remove water. Not here today, then you'll be bored. And the last one is we are from the semiconductor world. And when you look
Mm-hmm.
at the semiconductor world, the fundamental of printing layers and layers of silicon come from where? Batik printing. you know and I wish we still teach batik printing in our art subject. Now they don't do that. Dulu I in my syllabus we did batik printing, and the
Mm-hmm.
next closest to batik printing was lino carving and print. And the lino carving and print is the same concept of a batik printing. And this fundamental of a batik printing, which I know people say, oh, so old fashioned, not needed. Actually, it's the foundation for us in the world of layering print. And it is the same process used in art restoration. Because when satu art is displayed for a long time, and then when you have dirt and oil sticking onto the painting, you have to have a technique to remove the dirt, remove the grease without removing the painting, the paint. Kalau you remove the paint, tak ada the painting. Right? You know,
Dah tak
the
ada gambar.
technique is very, very, and it's layering. The technique is layering, and it comes from, in my opinion, our batik technique. And don't underestimate a lot of those foundation and the scientific effect that we learned when we were in schools, right? And these are very, very important applying in the real world. Okay, I'm done with what TRIZ is all about. I want to show you the people that were successful after they learned TRIZ. And in my journey, there are so many examples, but I want to talk about this boy, Alif. Right? He's from MRSM typing. This one is a little bit old, but again, is his success after the Ambit class for 2 days, and he was able to create this product, and we were so happy for him. And let me tell you the problem that he was trying to solve. In the year 2015, guided by two cikgu of MRSM typing, he argues that Taiping is like the wettest town in Malaysia. Selalu hujan, right? And selalu bila ada hujan, the visibility of the road dah tak nampak. Sekarang hujan super lebat. You know, it's like really, really a lot that you almost cannot see the road. And when you cannot see the road, the driver sometimes buat mistake. Dia masuk tepi jalan. And when dia masuk ke tepi jalan, it's very dangerous. Dia nanti akan dihanyut ke dalam sungai besar. So it's not good. So what we're trying to do, or what the boy tried to do, is he needs to make the driver see the road during raining. Cuma semasa hujan lah. Kalau tak ada hujan, tak payah. You know, this is a contradiction. So kalau you letak marker very tall, it's ugly. So you want it tall, you want it low, huh? Because semasa no hujan, you want it low. Semasa hujan, you want it high. And he uses two inventive principles. One is called nested doll. Nested doll is this Russian doll, matryoshka doll. Bila you pergi Rusia, you buy this doll, dia punya anak patung dia, it's like dia masuk yang kecil, dia masuk dalam yang lebih besar. Yang dia ada siri 7 and all that. That's a matryoshka doll. And that concept, he uses it. And he created a nested doll side road cone. But the trick is not that. The trick is the air layering inside the cone. Macam kita punya swimming float. Bila kita pergi berenang kan, kita ambil flotation device. And that air device, dia masuk konsep itu di dalam dia punya nesting punya place. Bila air naik, because of that air bubble, the side of the cone get extended by itself. Bila air dah surut, the thing will drop down. Very, very smart. After 2 days, I mean, I applaud him. And I don't know where he is right now. I hope he's in a university somewhere, maybe POLIMAS. I don't know. You can find. Mungkin pergi ke luar negara. I tak tahu. I thought dia pergi mana. You know, he was just impressive to us. And he win many awards lah. Local dengan international and all that. And we heard at that time, JKR dah beli dia punya produk lah. Dia punya konsep. Right? So I don't know, maybe dah jadi orang kaya. So I don't know where he is right now. Right? And the next one is the latest one. And we are combining machine and human knowledge. Huh? So what we are taking is we take ChatGPT and we train it with TRIZ. So this software, this so-called software, under the work of this boy, Isaac, bulan 3 depan, you kalau nak cari solution, you masukkan masalah itu dalam ChatGPT TRIZ, it will give you all the ideas. Menggunakan 40 inventive principle yang I tadi cerita. So the machine combined with TRIZ knowledge will be more powerful and it will help you to generate solution. So this one, I hope it will give all the students, pelajar yang mahir ataupun kurang mahir, a better chance because your idea will get better and better with the help of machine. So here we are not just talking about teaching you knowledge using inventors' steps. We are enhancing it with a machine and become very, very powerful. The prototype data, I tengok tu, and we are just checking the accuracy, but I'm very happy. This boy, Isaac, can train the ChatGPT like the movie How to Train Your Dragon. I call him the Dragon Boy. So, impressive, very impressive. And this is done in Malaysia. It's not somewhere where, we have to go somewhere else to get it. And it's just here, di sini. And these are people that we know. Taiping, Subang, Penang. You go see this guy, Bok Eng. And he alone, right now, holds 167 patent, worldwide patent. And he's our TRIZ guy. So next round, if you guys want, I will get him to tell you how he can file so many patents alone, right? And through the help of tools, he can help him. And he's now the record holders. Nobody is close to him, and he's still working in Intel, right? And I will be very happy that I can get within the people that we have. All these are our guys, right? And we can get them. So we can show you how to do patent. We can talk about how to do chat GPT with Triz. This one I have to find. I don't know where I'll leave it. I have to call the cikgu because I tak ada nombor dia. I have to call cikgu Ali dengan Syarul Zaman. I can still remember the teacher's name. So what besides people, besides people in school, beside people in university, beside people in industry, when you learn Triz, it can help you. So what I'm trying to tell you is that this boy is Form 4. This boy is a year 3 student in Monash. And this is an industry guy. So it helps us everywhere. And don't stop learning this because this is the new world. In the new world, we gonna upgrade kita punya tool lah. And you will never go wrong. And these are all the company that has been trained on this after we commoditize this. These are all local examples. And all the university that are actively teaching and certifying the student. So our commitment of teaching the lecturer bukan sekatakat transfer our knowledge to you. We make you a licensed trainer. And we give you all the material, right? It's like a very rare training company will do that. And our motivation from Malaysia Trace is different. Our motivation is to proliferate the tool with the hope that our people in industry, university, as well as school can invent. And this is what we are looking for. So you will never go wrong. You're building with this. And come with us. This Malaysia Trace Innovation, last year we won ASEAN Business Award, right? A very small, non-promoted association. We have been recognized by the ASEAN business community as one very important enterprise to ASEAN. And the rationale is because this knowledge kita dah started in Indonesia and Philippines. So Indonesia sekarang cukup hebat, cukup hebat, cukup minat in this subject. Sometimes I wish our country would run faster, but again, I will not go there. But again, I just am very happy to give this opportunity to be here to share 1 hour of stuff. All right, if you want to learn.